Hi guys, hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Paula. If you're new here, if you're returning, you're welcome back. So you know from the last video that we're going to switch up what content was like on this page because I didn't like how it was starting to be performative, and I just really wanted to come on here, turn on the camera, tell you what I have to tell you, give you actionable steps to execute and keep it moving. So YouTube is my first love, you already know, but we have moved on to the podcast and we have an Instagram channel that's growing a community. We have an email community, and what I want is for you to plug into all of these channels because on all of them, every week I bring to you actionable tips that are going to help you grow your personal brand. So whether you're a professional in the workforce or you're an entrepreneur that's building her own business, people need to know who you are, what you're about, and what you stand for, because this is 2023. The future of marketing has changed. People now want to know what you're about before they even buy from you. And so that is why I am putting all of my energy towards making sure that you know that there is space for you in your industry, in your niche. There is space for you if you step up and take it. Now, my business has an agency side where I do for you what you don't have time to do for yourself or you don't have time to learn. But I also know that not everybody wants that. Sometimes you want to be in the pool by yourself, you want to do it by yourself. And so if you want to drive your personal brand, I have a masterclass coming up. I will give you the details next week. But don't forget that I'm here with all the resources for you. So consume all of the free stuff. There's also going to be a free resource that's coming out at the end of this week. You've got to be on my Instagram or on the email list so that you don't miss on any of the resources, okay? So I'm going to dive in now because today we're talking about where you're going wrong with building your personal brand. As usual, if you have not subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. And let's dive into it. So if you don't already know, personal branding is a non-negotiable. If you're building a career and the market is going global, everybody is on the internet now. People who are recruiting are on the internet. People who are looking for businesses to do business with are on the internet. Your clients are on the internet. Your next job, everybody is on the internet. So if you don't find a way to position yourself properly, then you're probably going to be okay. But like, did we come here with all of this potential and all of these gifts to be just okay? Which is why the first thing that you're doing wrong with your personal branding is thinking that it's not your business. You think that personal branding is for celebrities and people who are chasing fame, when in fact, personal branding is for professionals like you who have something to offer, who can change the world with what they have, who can impact lives with what they have, but nobody knows about you. So what personal branding does is it takes all of your awesomeness and it positions you so that people who need you can find you. There are businesses out there who are looking for capable, valuable employees. Money is not the problem. They just want to know that you can do the job. Now, these businesses are not going to come and find you inside your house unless you position yourself properly. You position yourself so that from wherever they are, whatever country, whatever continent, they click a link or they click a post and they can find out about you. They can see your work ethic, they can see your drive, they can see your expertise, they can see your human relations, they can tell everything there is to know about you. Now, I told this story before if you attended my IG live, but this is so important that I will tell it over and over again. I attended a job interview in which they were referencing this YouTube channel. This plaything that I started in 2019, that I started without having any idea what digital marketing was or personal branding. If you've been here from day one, you know that my first videos were like self-love and how to build confidence, so general, right? But it was the skills that I picked up while building this channel that allowed me to start building an online business that has changed my income, that has changed my confidence, that has built me and opened doors for me that I never thought possible. So I built a personal brand by mistake, but now I'm teaching you how to do it intentionally so that you can position yourself for these opportunities. Now, a second interview that I went for asked me if the videos I had on my Instagram, I did myself. Now, it's crazy because I wasn't creating those videos because I thought I was going to look for a video editing job, but the job that I was applying for, the gig I was applying for, it gave me competitive advantage that I knew something about video editing. And because I'm not selling video editing, I was not going to put it on my application. I didn't put it on my application, but because they do due diligence, anybody that wants to work with somebody wants to know everything they can about the person. I want to know if you're psychotic. I want to know if you have temper issues. I want to know if you can be a little bit insultive, and all of that I can find out through your social media. They referenced basically my content, the content I create for myself, and basically these two jobs, I got them. I can give you more examples about how my personal brand has opened doors for me, but the bottom line is it can happen for you too. So stop thinking that it is not your business, or you're not a social media person, or as long as you have good ideas, execution, finding out how to package it and put it online, that cannot be a problem. And so watch out next week, because I'm going to be telling you the details of my masterclass that's coming up, and it's going to help you tremendously with building your personal brand if that's what you want. Second mistake that people make with building their personal brand is thinking they have to fake it. There is no need to fake. There is nothing you need to fake. Whatever you have at whatever point you have it is what somebody else needs. And so I always tell my clients, if you're saying this person is your ideal client but they can't afford your service, then they're not your ideal client. If you say this person is your ideal client but they get offended by your message, they're not your ideal client. The thing is, your ideal client is going to need what you have to offer right at the point you're offering it. And you're not going to be offering that thing forever, because when you start, you're offering something at this level. You know me and my hand explanations. You're offering something at this level. And so your client needs something at this level. But the more you grow, the more you execute, the more you learn, the more you take courses and classes and coaching, you're going to elevate. And so you're going to be able to solve a problem at a higher level. And so your ideal client is now going to be somebody who is up here as well. Somebody who has problems on this level as well. So don't try to solve a problem that you're not at a level to solve. I made that mistake when I started. I thought, oh my God, everybody had this kind of offer, and so I needed to have that kind of offer. And I fell flat on my face because I couldn't deliver on that promise. I didn't have what it took. I had not been in the game long enough. I had not fallen down and failed enough times to be able to teach people that. And so it took me hitting my head really hard on the ground and some tears to learn that whatever you have at that point, that is going to be transformational for your ideal client. And if it is not, then that is not the problem you need to be solving at that time. Now, the third mistake that people make with personal branding is waiting till they absolutely need it. Do you think that with those interviews that I had, if I had needed something to vouch for me and I had not been building this brand over years, that they would have something to reference, that they would check and see, oh, this person is consistent, this person has skills, this person, this is how she works, this is what she can do. If I had not been building proof over the years that they could go and find before they even agreed to interview, I don't think it would have gone the way it went. So the point is, it is not when you need a personal brand that you will start building it. Clients want to come and see evidence. And so evidence is what building a personal brand is. It is giving your clients and your potential co-workers and your potential employers proof of what you can do. So it is more a show, not tell. I didn't have to come on and tell them I can build a YouTube channel, I can edit videos, I can write impeccable copy, I can market on social media. I didn't have to say all of that because they could go find it. They could go see it for themselves. What you need to do right now is start building the personal brand that will speak for you in rooms that you're not in yet. If you don't start building it now, if you don't get intentional about building it, or if you've started building it but you've been treating it like a hobby, if you don't start treating it like serious business, then you're not going to have it when you need it. So waiting for when you need it before you start building it, let's not do that. The number 4 thing that people make a mistake with when building their personal brand is not having a strategy. Strategy sounds like it's really big and complicated, but simply put, where are you now? Where do you want to get? How can you get there? That's simple strategy, right? So right now, you're working at a job, you don't feel fulfilled, you don't feel like you're bringing what you can bring to the table, you don't feel like you're fulfilling potential, and where you want to get is a place where you're making an impact, you're getting paid your worth, you're being challenged, you're facing things, you're overcoming things, and you're helping other people do the same. you're visible, you're being called for opportunities, you're called to speak, you're called to teach, you're called to coach, you're giving on a large scale. That's where you want to get. So your strategy is basically, how do you get from a dull, unfulfilled 9 to 5 to an exciting life where you're giving and giving and giving some more and getting paid for it? Your strategy now, how you go about it, is up to you and me if I'm helping you, because we're now going to take cognizance of your strengths and what you like and what energizes you and what your life is like, your real life, and we're going to put all of this together, your experiences, your expertise, to create a bridge that will take you from where you are to where you want to get. And that bridge is going to be something that you can execute on your own. So don't waste time winging it. If you're building your personal brand, invest and get it right. The thing is, I winged it, and for 3 years, I didn't even know what I was doing. Of course, I picked random skills here and there, but if I had somebody that was going to sit me down and tell me, this is what you can do to get here in the fastest time possible, in the most effective time possible, so that you don't hit your head against the wall, so that you don't meet so many dead ends, I would be super glad and super grateful. Now, there were people like that at the time, but in truth, those solutions were not affordable for me at the time. And that is why I create a class, a course, something that will meet the need of the former Paula, something that will meet my need of back then, where I really wanted information and guidance and support, and things that were within, my tax bracket, things I could afford, were things that couldn't help me. Because that's basically another selling strategy, right? That's like, I'll give you everything that cannot help you and tell you to pay more for what can really help you. And so whenever I create classes like this, I make sure that it is exactly what you need to get you where you need to get. Having a strategy is a no, and when you attend the masterclass, you're going to have a strategy and you're going to have an execution plan, and you're going to start executing ASAP. So I'm not going to leave you to figure out what you need to figure out. Everything is already figured out, and you just need to match it to where you're at. And I'll be there to help you along the way. So I'm super excited. I'm sure you can tell about that masterclass. I hope that when you see the details, you can see that it is a non-negotiable, and it is time to put your money where your mouth is. If you say this is the life you want, then it's time to take control and invest in yourself and actually get to work. The number 5 thing and the final thing that people make mistakes with the personal branding is focusing on vanity metrics. This is not a popularity contest. Personal branding is not who is the most popular, it is who is the most impactful. So as opposed to how many likes did my post get, you need to be looking at how many people saw my post, how many people learned from me today, how many people got what I had to offer today. So whether or not they follow you, whether or not they like your post, are they seeing it? Is it making a difference? You know how social media marketing works. Marketing in general, people have to see your stuff a number of times before they agree that you are valuable enough to invest a follow or a like. And so when you post like 1 or 2 things and you're getting discouraged because you feel like you're not getting the required, expected, entitled engagement, I need to tell you to halt right there, because online business building is not a joke. And if you're coming in here with entitlement, it's not going to work. Coming here with the spirit of serving, with the spirit of giving, with the spirit of showcasing, with the spirit of helping. And when you focus on that, you're now going to be the brand that is just continuously giving. And that will now ignite reciprocity in people, because it's like, if she gives so much, I trust that her intentions are genuine. So while it is a strategy, it is not manipulation. When you act like a giver, you become a giver. When you act like a teacher, you become a teacher. So the more you give, the more opportunity you have to give, and money follows value. So the moment that you position yourself as a valuable addition to the marketplace, you're going to see how things are going to change. So I want us to create a clear-cut strategy that's going to help you get here, that's going to help you get the life that you want, the life that you want, not what other people are telling you you should want. I want you to do a couple of things for me. Drop a comment in the comment section if you got any value at all from this. You could share it with your tribe, because guess what's better than one personal brand? Two successful personal brands. So share it with your tribe. And number 3, join another section of this community. So follow me on Instagram, or get on my email list, or get any of the free resources that are in the comment section. Check out the podcast. It is an amazing place to be. And I will see you next week. Bye.